Court is calling 2022 CR 7150, State of Texas versus Christopher Lee McCullough. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
For the state of Texas.
For the defense? And are you Christopher McCullough? Mr. McCullough, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 to 4 grams? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Off the record for a moment. Can I have this other file that they're taking into consideration, please? All right, back on the record, Mr. McCullough, I'm showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney? Did you understand it? According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 5 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine. State recommends community supervision. They will take in consideration 2022 CR 7741, and there's $57 restitution to SAPD for drug testing. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement? Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. The state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 5 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 200 hours of community service restitution, no contact with Jasmine Ibarra, Darren Hopfe, HOPFE, felony drug court, and CATS 1 and 2. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offenses charged in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State, any evidence?
Yes, Judge. State would offer state's exhibit number 1.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence state's exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing? All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Let the court know that it's not compliant with probation.
All right, so then felony drug court won't be able to accept him until the out-of-county cases are accepted. So we're probably going to have to hold felony drug court in abeyance. Do you have any children? What are their ages? Oh, just one? And who is the 11-year-old with? Do you pay child support? Here's the thing. Have your rights been terminated? 11-year-olds can't take care of themselves. They don't allow 11-year-olds to work in the United States unless they're doing maybe modeling work or acting, but the days of them working at a factory are gone. So what that means is they can't support themselves, so they need you to help. So if you eat and you haven't paid for them to eat, then they're not eating. If you have clothes and you haven't helped pay for their clothes, then guess what? They don't have clothes. And what I can tell you is part of your conditions for probation, it says that you have to support your minor dependents. All right, so what is your drug of choice? All right, anything else? All right, the court is going to sentence you to 5 years in prison, suspended and probated for 5 years. There's a $1,000 fine to be probated. Take in consideration 2022 CR 7741. Has that case already been dismissed or no? Okay, because I don't have we don't have the court's file for that.
I think it's
Okay. How far did you go in school? What are you doing with your life? Other than this? When's the last time you had employment? All right, who is Lisa? Okay, and what are the other tattoos? Okay, and is that supposed to be a symbol of Nike symbol?
Yeah, no, it's a government. It's a government.
Oh, is Michael Jordan paying you that for advertisement?
No, ma'am.
All right. Okay, so proof of employment. Within 30 days of release, there's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. 200 out, yes? Yes.
Is it possible that we side jobs or, like,
Oh, yeah, you can do construction, but you can't be a home health care provider or minors.
yeah, no.
And it doesn't matter if it's a relative, if the government is paying you to do it, you're not allowed to do it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. 200 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. Court is not requiring you to get the COVID vaccination, but if you do with the booster, then 40 hours will be waived. I'm going to want parenting classes. And the remaining of your community service hours will be waived once you completed the parenting classes. There's to be no contact with Jasmine, Jazmin, Ibarra, Ybarra, Darren, Darren, Hoffe, Hopfe, cats 1 and 2. And I think that's for stealing. I could give you the cats in 1 and 2 course, but since you all sort of agreed to it, I'm going to make you take it. But here's my course. Don't take what doesn't belong to you. And just on a side note, if somebody invites you to a place and they ask you to leave, leave. And if some of your friends have been invited to a place, but you were not specifically invited by the host, don't go. All right, I'm going to want regular reporting by Zoom or in person. I'm going to want field visits and probation, of course, when he's released from the other counties. Field visits 2 times per month until further notice. And probation, if he's doing well on that after 6 months, just send me a motion and I'll probably sign it to go back to regular field visits. I'm going to want a TAP evaluation. And don't let the TAP evaluation stop him from going to get his other cases. And then we're going to start off with intensive outpatient treatment. And if that's not working, then we're going to go to inpatient treatment and a referral to felony drug court. So probation, if he tests positive when he's out, just do a referral to felony drug court. And if felony drug court doesn't accept him, then we're going to do inpatient treatment. All right. Is there anything else that we'll do the UA hotline until further notice. Is there anything else that he needs, probation? Yes, for $57. All right. Anything else you need from me in order to be successful? If you test positive for meth or any other drug or alcohol, because you're not allowed to use alcohol while you're on probation, then what's going to end up happening is you're either going to end up going to felony drug court or you're going to end up going into inpatient treatment. I do think you would be a good candidate for felony drug court, but felony drug court is not going to accept you because you have pending cases, and inpatient treatment that I can give you, they're not going to accept you while you have those pending cases. All right. Anything else from either side with regards to sentencing? All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand? We can go off the record. So here's the thing about the people you've been hanging out with. You need to ask yourself, and you need to look at it objectively. Any of those people that you hang out with, would you want your 11-year-old daughter around them or your 11-year-old child around them? Why? Because they'd be a bad influence. Then that means that you shouldn't hang out with them either. You understand? All right. Good luck to you. You're welcome. All right. Court is calling 2022 CR 7150 State of Texas versus Christopher Lee McCullough. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense,
Ruben Flores for McCullough.
are you Mr. McCullough?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Are you the same Christopher Lee McCullough who was placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 7150 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams on August 8, 2022 for a term of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes.
State?
Violated condition number 1, on or about 28th day of February 2023 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Christopher Lee McCullough, committed the offense of fraudulent use or possession of identifying information, 10 to 49 items, in violation of condition number 1.
Okay, just one moment. I don't have that as my violation of condition number 1. I mean, I just have violation condition number 1 on or about the 28th day of February 2023 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Christopher Lee McCullough, committed the offense of fraud in violation of condition number 1.
That is correct, Your Honor. That's the one we're proceeding on. I just added the complete offense that he committed.
Oh, no. It should just be that. Okay,
My apologies.
no problem. How do you plead to that? True or not true?
That's true.
Okay, he's pleading not true.
Can I walk away from the
Yes.
court and confirm with the judge?
Yes. Okay. We're back on the record in 2022 CR 7150 to violation of condition number 1. How do you plead? True or not true?
Yeah.
State.
Your Honor, we waive the remainder of the allegations on the motion to revoke.
Any objections?
No objections.
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 5 years in the prison?
Good.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1? I mean, you need to speak up.
Yes, sir.
Then the court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there an agreement?
There is, Your Honor. The defendant is to serve a term of 3 years in the TC.
All right. Is that your agreement?
It is, Judge.
Are you asking the court to follow that agreement? Are you
Yes,
asking the
sir.
court to follow that agreement?
Yes, sir.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, sir.
Then the court will follow your agreement, sentence you 3 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's $1,000 fine, time and money for run concurrent. Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, sir.
All right, because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to.
My name is Happy. I upload courtroom video for education purpose. This video may contain copyrighted works not specifically authorized for use, but believed in good faith to be protected by the fair use doctrine under Section 107 of U.S. copyright law.